The opening announcements, 15-minute warning here before we do get started. If you haven't got your visitors number, if you have any questions, please come see us. We'll keep you started here right at 12 noon. Thank you.
We're supposed to be signing.
good, JB.
Jared, do you want the streaming?
Yeah, it's on.
They can see the people,
Yeah.
but it won't see me though.
I'm gonna move it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I like it. I like it.
Hey, we got 12 live viewers on the screen, which is cool.
Nice.
12 to 1.
That's sweet.
And it's all recorded too.
See if we can reset. Should be good. It's just
Testing, 1, 2, 3,
feedback.
4.
There.
All right, there was just one party left in the house, and I gave them announcements, or 2 parties in the house, and so we're gonna get started here in just a minute or 2. So they're coming, they'll be out here. I'm right now, but feel free to use the restroom. Also, there's coffee and donuts there in the corner, and there should be some water left in the fridge. So we'll be talking to you here in just a minute, and thanks for coming out.
There's a little bit of feedback here. Why don't you use my extension cord?
Y'all use it for something else.
Because it's over there, plugged in. Or I could use it from here and go on that side. It's all. I just have my brightness way down. Save battery.
It should be live. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Well, it is on after 12 o'clock. We're going to get started here for you. The video won't start here just right this second, but the video will start in about 5 minutes or so. As I understand, we do have one more party coming from the open house area. My name is Joel Duff with the Real Estate Company. Pleasure to be here to on behalf of the Nichols Blanca family. I don't have to say a lot about them, although we are going to mention a few items, but today was George's birthday. So, happy birthday, George.
Wow.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy birthday, George.
I think Esther said he would have been 98. Is that correct? 98, so hope George is looking down on us today. I'm on your It's a way. great opportunity for us, and also want to mention Jared, my son, is here. Jack Davis, with the company, is here. Work with us. Susan Williams is also here with us, and we have Jared Bullen doing all the technical stuff here. But a special shout out to Leonard and Newland, who we're working in cooperation with today. Jeff and Wayne in the game. So it's a pleasure to be worked with them. They were obviously, when you get a property such as this, it takes a lot of people to make it happen. And I just want to thank Maria, Martina, Dave, Wayne, Christy, Steve, Taylor, Jennifer, and Tony. Anybody I missed? Wayne, you want to get your hand up there? Or Jeff, it's certainly a pleasure to be here and work with you guys today down here in Favorite. So, all right, before we get started, I do want to go through the bidder's information packet. Is it on? PA on?
Yeah, we're switching.
Testing 1, 2, 3, testing. Testing 1, 2, 3, throw.
Check, test, 1, 2.
Brought in the lefty. Bring in the lefty.
Doggone Indians?
Much better.
Thought the Indians were gonna go all the way this year. Something that we do on these real estate auctions, we do put together a bidder's information packet, and we do this to try to get all the information to you, even though in the real estate environment, you're basically buying the property as is. That doesn't mean we don't want you to know what's going on. So we've gone to a great extent. There is title reports back there for you to look at. And I'm going to go through the bidders packet here. Just a few auction day announcements. Please keep in mind that we do have revised seller disclosure form acknowledging the underground storage tank that is here. Originally, the residential form did not have it on there, but there is a UST. It'll be taken care of. KC Flynn Environmental from Canton, and that'll be taken out between now and the time of the closing. So that'll be removed. We also have a copy of the Guernsey County tax map. Jared, do you want to point to that tax map out there? Sure. Because there's two driveways together, some people had thought that maybe there was an easement that was necessary. And we had that tax map, as the high bidder will have you sign off. There is no easement that's necessary. The driveways at the end, they do not merge. The driveways just have to come together side by side along each other. So everybody has that driveway access there. There's no problem whatsoever. And you'll see in the title report from Security First is there. Mentioned that they originally had in there as an easement, but there is no easement necessary. Also, with the septic system here, we did have a check for Guernsey County. Steve had them out here. The reports are back there. They've been here for you to look at, but here's the long and short of it. The septic system here is working, and there's a sketch that shows when the house was built in 74, the system, it's an aerator system, goes down behind this building, which was built in 91. The apartment upstairs is connected to that aerator system that's right behind the barn here, or right behind, the garage. And that aerator system is approved for residential purposes for the house here. If somebody wants to do something from a business standpoint here or more occupancy here, then you'll have to put in, the good news is the system here will take another aerator pump, about $1,000 or whatever. So you can put that in there. And the Guernsey County, if you want to do a business enterprise out of here rather than residential, you will need to upgrade that. But right now that system will handle 500 gallons per day. And if you put the other aerator in there, it'll handle 1,000 gallons per day. So if you do want to do a business enterprise here, you will need to upgrade that septic system. But for residential use, it is functioning, it is here. You've got the maps, so that takes care of that. We do have the furniture package here that will be offered to the high bidder. The appliances will go with the property. So the appliances, as far as any stoves, refrigerators, dishwashers, those will go with the property, and of course all draperies, etc., anything that's normally considered to be part of the real estate to be tacked down. So anything that's normally considered to be part of the real estate, whether it be curtains, drapes, etc., those will transfer. The appliances will transfer, but all the furniture will be offered in a furniture package here to the high bidder, so you'll have a chance to buy that. And they are transferring the surface rights here, but they're reserving oil, gas, and the minerals. But you are getting the surface rights. So I'm going to go through the bidders packet here. Just take a minute or two. I know some of you may know everything about the property, and the reason we want to do this because obviously buying real estate is a very serious situation. We want you to understand everything here. So we're going to go through this here, and it might evoke a question, but there will be a Q&A as soon as I get done going through here. You'll see the first section is basically an overview of the auction process. The down payment requirement here is $25,000 down. The contract we'll be reading here in a second. We are selling 62737 Georgetown and all the real estate owned at this location, which is approximately about 35 acres. There are two descriptions here. Just a lot of information in the bidder's information package. You know, George, the family here was very well known, had a lot of functions here, was connected politically. As I understand, presidents, governors, or just about everybody in Ohio that has been sitting right in this room where we've been, Jared.
Yeah. There's a couple guys here that grew up with some of the McDonald's. They've got some stories to tell.
Yeah. Well, let's tell them after the sale.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all the aerial pictures are in here. I do want to go back to the actual contract that you're going to be signing today. Yep, and I'll read the contract. So if I can just have your attention for just a couple minutes, I'll read through the contract. Then we'll open up to Q&A. Right as Q&A is over, we're going to get right into bidding the property. So, the undersigned purchaser hereby agrees to purchase real estate situated in Cambridge, County of Guernsey, State of Ohio, being known as 62737 Georgetown Road, Cambridge, Ohio. Parcel numbers 4000621 and also 02000, I believe 3248, and being all real estate owned by the seller at this location. Property can be conveyed as is, but subject to zoning laws and ordinances and easements restrictions of period of record. For which a purchaser agrees to pay the high bid price plus 10% buyer's premium will equal the total auction price, less cash deposit of $25,000 with this contract. Deposits non-refundable, made payable to Security First Title, Inc. Balance to be paid in full at closing with cash or by check or bank monies. Offer subject to seller's acceptance only before Monday, October 12th at 12 p.m. All real estate taxes, acceptance, lease, and transfer of any shall be prohibited to the day of closing. Insurance to be secured by purchase upon delivery of the deed. Possession to be given to purchase at closing with subject to legal rights of the present tenants, if any, there are none. Sellers shall furnish at their own expense a title guarantee policy brought to the date of delivery showing good marketable title and fee simple sellers, and to convey the present by general word deed or fiduciary deed free of dollar liens and encumbrances except as specified herein. And the title transaction shall be completed on or before November 20th, 2020. Closing will be with Security First Title Escrow Agent located at 58 North 5th Street, 2nd floor, Zanesville, Ohio. It is further agreed by both parties that all items normally considered part of the real estate shall remain before the purchase price. Escrow fee to be split equally between buyer and seller, subject to any attached addendum and or auction day announcements. I have read through the auction day announcements. They will become part of this contract along with any other auction day announcements here. No representation agreements have been set forth herein, subject to terms and conditions specified in the bidder's information packet. Seller reserves any and all mineral rights to transfer service rights to purchaser. All items left on site at the time of closing are the responsibility of the buyer. That basically is the contract. It's a very simple contract that we've used for a lot of years. Some people say, why isn't there a 7-page contract? And basically, it's because the terms are very simple. There's no contingency in financing. That doesn't mean you can't get a mortgage, but it just means it's not contingent on getting a mortgage. You buy the property as is. You've got good clear title of the property, no question there. Closing is going to be set for November, on or before November 20th. As I mentioned, the UST down there, underground storage tank will be taken out prior to the closing. So that's pretty much the contract at this time. If you have any questions, you want to talk to Jared, Jack, get your hands up if you have a question.
Absolutely not going all right for the transfer. Just a certain.
Any questions? Any questions, anybody? All set? All set?
Well, we've either confused them or hopefully we've done a good job of explaining everything to you and having the open houses and stuff. That's why we do have a lot of open houses, because a property like this, we want you to know everything about it. I want to make sure that I did mention, I want to mention Steve Daly. Stand out there, Steve, and hold your hand up with Leonard Newland. Great work with you, Steve. Steve was the listing agent here on the property. Done a great job with us here. Appreciate all the time and effort and work. So
Jeff Leonard's here.
Jeff Leonard is here. Where's Jeff? There's Jeff. And Wayne Newland. I had Wayne on Wayne. Or Jeff, one of you gentlemen like to come up, say a quick word? Would you? Yeah, come up real quick. You just can't pass the plate.
We'll just keep it short and sweet, guys. So we just appreciate the Nicolozaki family working with Steve over the last course of quite a few months. I know he's put a lot of hard work into this. We appreciate everybody that showed up today that has any interest in the property whatsoever. It's quite a landmark that you have the opportunity to own today. So thank you all for showing up, and then we just want to thank the Joel Dutton and his team for what they've done and really enhanced this sale today. So thank you all.
All righty, thanks a lot, Wayne. All right, we're ready to get started. Any questions answered? All set?
We're all set. Yeah.
All right, we're going to have Jared come up, the auctioneer. My son Jared will be the auctioneer today. Good luck to everybody. And here again, I want to thank the Nicolozaki family again for being here, but just a great opportunity. I got to tell just one little story. And the guy that owned Emmanuel Mullet they said he owned their Dutchman and all the Wayne Gore and up through Wayne County, owned about everything. One time owned over 200 farms in Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, owned a lot of land. And Emmanuel was at a sale one time, and I asked Emmanuel, I said, you bought a lot of property over the years. I said, did you ever think you paid too much? And what do you think Emmanuel said? He said, Joel, almost every time. And that's just kind of the way it is. You always think it's too much, but here is a great opportunity. Just bid until you can't bid anymore, but here's a great opportunity, a landmark for Guernsey County. So good luck to everybody. And Jared, turn it over to you now.
Thanks, Dad. I won't say a lot more about the property. You got a great opportunity here today, here in Georgetown Road. And I think what we'll do is do a practice round of bidding. So you can turn that down a little bit. We'll do a practice round of bidding so everybody can kind of get comfortable
with how the bidding will work. I know some people, you know, you've been to auctions, it's kind of old hat for you, but some people have not, and some people haven't experienced the bidding. We are going to be doing online bidding as well. I do want to make that announcement. The online bidding and all the online bidders have went through the same standards you have as far as putting their money down, showing their ID, and they've got a bidder's number, and they're going to be right here. So anytime there's an online bid, please pay attention to the screen here. That'll be also where all the bidding. You can see where the last bid's at. Sometimes we tend to talk a little bit fast, but we'll take our time today. But if you ever at any point want to see where the last bid is, just check right here. JB will be our online bid register there. So we're going to do this online bidding. I want to do one quick live round here while we're here.
Dave's Country Club. George's brother went there and turned that from a 9-hole to an 18-hole.
Wow, so they had a lot to do with that country club and the way it plays today.
Who's that country club here? Country club, right?
Yeah, we got a couple hands back
Only the
there.
realtors.
All right, we're going to open the bid for Cambridge Country Club. Practice round of bidding for Cambridge Country Club. Whatever, now this one won't cost you money, so feel free to bid and raise your hand.
This is the last time you bid without paying for it.
Or raise your neighbor's hand. What do you want to get for it? Give $1 million. You got the 18 hole with the nice 19th hole clubhouse there at the Cambridge Club. Hey, I got $500,000 from the gentleman up front. Would you get $600? I got $500,000 on maybe you get $600. And $600, thank you. Now $700. And now $700. I got $700. Now $800. And now $800. And now $800. The gentleman's in back in the back. You're all out everywhere else. $800, thank you. Now $900. I got $800,000 on the baby to give $900. $800 to baby to give $900. I got $800,000 on the baby to give $900. 8 and then 9. I'll take 8.5. 8.5 and now 9. And now 9. 9, take it. Now 1 million. And now 1 million. Now this side of the room, you can bid too. I got 900. Would you give $1 million? And would you give $1 million?
I got 1.2.
1.2. We'll take it. We'll go 1.3, 1.3, 1.4. And now 1.4. Now 1.5. First call. First call for 1.5. First call for 1.5. Second call for 1.5. The high bid's here 1.4. Anybody else? Last call.
1.4 is the bid. You'll see it right there on the screen.
1.4, 1.5. Hold that bid, bidder number X in the corner. Congratulations. You just bought Cambridge Country Club. And the auctioneer gets free golf passes for the year. So that's kind of how it works if you guys want to follow along here on the screen. We also are live streaming it on YouTube, on Facebook Live, if you want to watch it through there, also through our Dutton Company website. So there's many ways for you guys to participate in the bidding. You see here on live here and on site, and we've also got some bidders online as well. So with that being said,
Hey, Chairman Taylor's going to let her know what's going on right here.
okay, that sounds great. You can give your bid to myself or any one of our Taylor or Jack Davis and one of our other ringmen here today that'll be walking around getting the bids. But with that said, I do want to get into the bidding. It's a pleasure here to work for the Nikolazakis family. I know it's been for sale, and these processes are sometimes longer than you think, and it takes a lot of people involved, and just seeing everybody out here, it kind of speaks volumes to the type of property we have here, Jack.
Yep.
We've got a great opportunity, one of the most unique properties I think I've seen here in Southern Ohio, without a doubt, but let your bids reflect.
Almost an historical site here. It's a great opportunity.
Oh, the other one's Future Ranch, right?
Carol knows about that one. So with that said, 62737. Jack, we're gonna leave it in their hands here today, the bidders for the property. 62737 Georgetown Road, Cambridge, Ohio. We are going to open the bidding. What do you want to get for it? Would you give $1 million? Would you give $1 million to start it? You can start the bidding wherever you'd like to start it. Would you give $1 million? And would you give $1 million? Start wherever you want to start it. Give $750. Give $750. Give $750. What do you say? Give $750. Give $750. Give $750. Give $500. And give $500. What do you say? Give $500. Would you give $500? Would you give $500? Would you give $500? I got $350. We'll take it and go. $350. $450. I got a $350. Be able to get $450. I got $350,000. Be able to get $450. $350 is and then $450 where? I got a $350,000. Be able to get $350. And now $350. Would you get $450? And now $450. I'll take $375 if you want it. Yeah, that's fine. $375 and now $400. You want back in $4? Now $4.25. I got $400. Maybe to get $4.25. $400's a bid, get $4.25 where? $400,000 bid, would you get $4.25? $4.25, $4.5. I got $4.25, baby, would you get $4.5? I got $425,000 bid, would you get $450? And would you get $450? The bids at $4.25, baby, would you get $4.5? 425, baby, would you get 450 where? And now 450 where? The opportunity is today. The opportunity is today. 4.5, thank you. Now 475. And now 475. And now 475. And now 500. And now 500. And now 500. Got a new bidder in. A new bidder in.
Lot of value here.
Jared, it goofs us doing that practice run, but once it hits 5, it'll catch up.
Gotcha.
So somebody heard him bid 5.
475. 500 where? I got a 475, baby, to get 500. And would you get 500? 475 is a baby, would you get 500 to get back in? 475 bid 500, and now 500. I got a 475 bid looking for 500 where? 475 is a high bid, 500 where? 5, thank you, now 5 and a quarter. I got 5 bid, 5 and a quarter where? 500, you're all out, new bidder in out the door, you're in here, 5 and a quarter where? I got 500 bid to get 5 and a quarter. 500 is a high bid, 5 and a quarter if you'd like to get in. Hey, there's a lot of land here, there's a lot of home here. And we'll take our time. We're at 500. Get 5 and a quarter. I'm at 500, baby, to get 5 and a quarter. The bid's at 500. Would you say 5 and a quarter? And would you say 5 and a quarter? And would you say 5 and a quarter? Try to do it. 5 and a quarter. Thank you. Now 550. And now 5 and a half. I got a 5 and a quarter, baby, to get 5 and a half. The bid's at 5 and a quarter. 5 and a half, like back in. And 5 and a quarter, baby, to get 5 and a half. 5 and a half, thank you. Now 75. And now 75. I got 550 bid looking for 575. You guys want back in? You're all out everywhere else. You're out in, out the door. You're out inside.
Jared, if you want a marquee property in Jersey County, you're going to be the high bidder because this is the one.
550. This is the one. Don't call them on Monday. 550, 575, like back in. The opportunity is today. 550, where would you get 575? And would you get 575? And would you get 575? 575, taking out 600. And now 600 ahead of you. You're all out. You're back in on the left. I got 575. Would you get 600? And would you get 600? And would you get 600? The bid's at 575. Gives 600. 575 bid gives 600. And gives 600. I have 575. Looking for 600 where? 600, thank you. Now 6 and a quarter. I got 600 bid. Would you get 6 and a quarter? The bid's at 600. Would you get 6 and a quarter? 600 bid 6 and a quarter. Well, if you're not the high bidder, you're not going to be able to use all the bathrooms. You're not going to be able to use the facilities. 6 and of course, 6 bid. Would you give 6 and a quarter? I got 600 bid. New bidder in. You're in. Taylor with your bid. 600, 6 and a quarter. 6 and a quarter. You were in right. He's 6. 6 and a quarter. Thank you. Now 6 and a half. And 6 and a quarter. 6 and a half. And 6 and a quarter. 6 and a half. I'm only as good as the bidder assistant. 6 and a quarter. 6 and a half. I got 6 and a quarter. Bid. Would you give 650 and 625. 650. Thank you. The bidder's back in here in the middle. 650. Would you give 675? I got a 650 bid. 6 and a half. 675. You're out on the back. You're out there. You're out here.
675.
650 bid. 675. What do you say? 675, thank you, now 700. And now 700. 700, thank you, now 7 and a quarter. You're all out everywhere else. You're in right here. I got $700,000 bid. Would you get 7 and a quarter where? 700 bid. Would you get 7 and a quarter? 700,000 bid. Would you get 7 and a quarter? And would you get 7 and a quarter? 700 bid. Would you get 7 and a quarter? I got 700,000. 7 and a quarter if you'd like to get in. You just have to be the next bidder to be in the front seat to own one of the most unique properties in Southern Ohio. The bid's at 700. 7 and a quarter if you'd like in. 700 bid to get 7 and a quarter. I got a $700,000 bid to get 7 and a quarter where? 700 is a bid. 7 and a quarter if you'd like in. 700 bid, 7 and a quarter. What do they say out the back? 700 is a bid, 7 and a quarter to get in. You're out here, you're out there, I'm in right here. Taylor, your bidder's in.
Jack, but Jared, this is not the kind of property where there's no one out there down the street.
No, it's not 123 Main Street. Definitely not.
So if you want this type of property, I'll tell you, this is it. Bye-bye. What about?
700. 7 and a quarter if you'd like in. I got $700,000 bid, would you give 7 and a quarter? And would you give 7 and a quarter? I got $700,000 bid, would you give 7 and a quarter? Get in. 7 and a quarter, first call. Bids at 700. First call for 7 and a quarter. First call for 7 and a quarter. $700,000 bid. Would you give 7 and a quarter? What do you say? 700 bid, 7 and a quarter. Would you give 7 and a quarter? Jack, what do they say? 700, 7 and a quarter. 700, 7 and a quarter. 700's a bid, 7 and a quarter. Second call for 725,000 to get back in. The bid's in down front. You're out everywhere else. $700,000 bid. Would you give 7 and a quarter? Would you give 7 and a quarter? A lot of value here left, Jack. A lot of value. 700, 7 and a quarter. 700, 7 and a quarter. I'll let them in for 710 if they want to get in. If the bidders want to get in. 700, 710. And 710, what do they say? And 700, does that help anybody? 710. And now 710. And 700 bid, would you give 710? And would you give 710? For 10,000 bucks, they can get back in. The bid's at 700. Give 710. One time. I got 700 bid, would you give 710? 700 bid, would you give 710? And would you give 710? And would you give 710? I got $700,000 bid, would you give 710? Bid's down front. 710 if you want back in. I got 700 bid, would you give 710? And would you give 710? And would you give 710? 700 bid, 710. Take one last lap around, Jack. I got a couple people thinking about it. I got a couple people on the phone. I know it's a big decision. We're not going to rush it here, but we do have a good bidder on. He's been with us the whole time. Take one more 30-second, 1-minute lap around and see what we got. I'm at 700,000. We'll take 710 if they'd like to get in. 700, 710, what do you say? Yeah, first call for 710. First call for 710.
Jared, as I mentioned earlier, it always seems like it's too much, but here is this property here. You're not going to find another and put it together any cheaper than
You're not going to run out of room.
Goodbye. Whoever's in, good for you.
700.
Men, get back in.
710 if you'd like in. First call for 710. First call for 710. I get 700,000. Would you give 710? And would you give 710? And would you give 710? I get 700,000 elevator. Would you give 710? Would you give 710?
Jared, we might have to
I
rush
know he's
around
looking. I know he's going to be. I understand. There's bidders here that have been bidding the whole time. I'm not going to sell them out. When we tell them we're
If you
done.
get on the floor, call 911.
When you're done, I'm done. We're at 700,000. Give 710. Give 710. And would you give 710? I get 700,000 elevator. Would you give 710? I get a 700,000 elevator. Would you give 710? And would you give 710? 700,000 elevator. Would you give 710? 700. Would you give 710? And would you give 710? And would you give 710? 700 bid 710. Anybody else? Online, you're out. You're out on my left. You're out in the middle. 700. Would you give 710? 700. Would you give 710? 700. Would you give 710? What do they say? 710. Second call. Second call for 710. Second call for 710. 700's a bid. Would you give 710? 700's a bid. Would you give 710?
Fair warning.
700 bid. Would you give 710? 700 bid, 710 where? 700 bid, 710, fair warning. Fair warning, third and final call. 700,000 bid, 710 if you'd like to get in. Hold that bid, 700,000 plus buyer's premium, congratulations. Bidder is up front. Bidder number is? Bidder number 10. Bidder number 10. We appreciate everybody participating and joining us here today for the auction. We can only congratulate one high bidder, but I want to thank everybody for coming out. If you have any questions about real estate or auctions, please see Jack Davis, Joel Dutton, see Wade Newland, Jeff Leonard. Thanks, everyone. This does conclude today's auction.
Except for the start screw. It wouldn't let me revert. I reverted so many from that transfer that it didn't stop doing it. And once it hit that, it cut it.
Okay.